and I want us to just talk about some of our big takeaways. So I think there's a lot of people on right now that were there. So I would love to get I'd love for y'all to jump in, and I know Keith has to run here shortly, but I'd love some takeaways and you guys share with the rest of the people that weren't there. What were some of the exciting things that you learned or found out or took away from eXpCon last week?
I do got to go, so I'll just jump in real quick, Elizabeth. Mine was the Real Grader, well, it was two takeaways. Well, I'm sorry, three quick takeaways. The first was the EXP military network. I didn't even know we had an official military network, and apparently it's the largest organization in EXP. So as a veteran, that's massive for me. So I was in on a huddle yesterday with the my Texas squad leader, and we're going to be working. So if y'all are veterans, get plugged into the military network. It's incredible. It's so good. There's so many wonderful things they're doing for the military families and spouses. The second thing was the Done For You investment group. Some of our agents at eXp coordinate a program that allows you to basically, they do a one-time flat fee, and they will find houses for you. The houses, you can talk to them on performance, but they're quoting anywhere from 14 to 70% year over year performance on those properties. And they're in multiple markets all over the US. They're killing it. And they're doing a one-time fee at close. They even connect you with post-closing services like management groups. The management groups only take, I think they charge a monthly fee of 6%, which is about 4% less than the national average. And they provide excellent service. The management firm has 60,000 doors across the country. They're one of the top rated management firms. And it's just a plug and place, place to, so if you have clients, they will take your clients and they will, they'll give you a 30% referral fee for life on any client you send them. So if they buy something, they'll send you 30%. If they buy something 5 years later, they'll send you 30% again, even if you had nothing to do with the conversation. So excellent. And then the last thing for me was the Real Grader. Just one of the banes of my life has been my social presence and my social, my internet presence, my digital presence. And just, you guys probably saw them too, but just having someone come in for a one-time fee and clean up everything, and then also just babysit it for a while and connect all the big 8 services, Zillow, Redfin, Instagram, Gmail, YouTube, LinkedIn, homes.com, realtor.com. They make all of those seamless, and they do your bios, your links, your descriptions, all your stuff, your branding. And I was just blown away. So this was probably the best conference I've ever been to because of the services. And I just was super impressed with all of it.
On the Real Grader too, y'all, there's an actual workplace group that you can join if you guys want to go in there. And also on the military network, man, Keith, I didn't even know you didn't know about that. Like, I don't see Maria on here, but Maria's one of ours in Raleigh, North Carolina, and she sits on that committee too. And so like they're doing some really, really big things. And the military network across the nation, like we're keeping everything in house, and there's huge referrals back and forth. And Silas, I think Silas is in that. They've got a big military base there, Clay Ellis, a bunch of people. So first of all, Keith, thank you for your service. I always tell you that, but I want to say that publicly.
I already did that.
And then, so if you guys want to get into Real Grader, there's a workplace group in there as well. That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, who else? Don't be shy. There were a lot of y'all there.
My biggest takeaway was the FOMO that I'm feeling for not going. So I just want to share that. Don't be in my place, at least for next year.
Yeah, and you're international. So, when
I won't miss another one. I won't miss another one, Elizabeth.
I know you show up. And so if you're coming in from Brazil or wherever in the world you are, like that speaks volumes. So one of the cool things next year, y'all, is they're doing eXpCon. They're also doing eXpCon Canada, and they're also doing eXpCon Europe. So that's going to be really, really cool. Tomas and Chris for sure. And then any of our other international connections. So that's coming out. What else? Who else? Oh, Chris has a question. Look at you raising your hand. You're so good.
No, it's just I just heard eXpCon in Europe. That's awesome. I was clapping.
Oh, you're clapping. Okay, yeah. No, that's gonna be super cool. So when we have
That's
more,
the hand raise one.
yeah.
This is the
Oh,
clap one.
silly me. I told you I'm hyped up on drugs right now. Not drugs, but you know what I mean. Like whatever.
Well, there
Cool,
are
cool,
a
cool.
couple of questions over in the chat. The same question, two of the same questions.
Oh,
to
good.
keep.
What are they?
What is the service that hooks all this the web present stuff up? Missed that.
Real Grader.
Real Grader.
Yeah, RealGrader. And
Thank
there's join that workplace group. There's a ton of information in there on it. What's really cool, y'all, is Keith, I agree with you. There's so much great value that came out of this conference. Leo Pareja, that's his role and his job, and he's really focused on aligning us with great partners and affiliated partners. And these affiliated partners, like there's revenue that comes back to the company. And again, we're all shareholders, so we all win. Very, very cool. So yeah, Real Grader. I'll put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
and,
Who
just
else?
to put
I
it,
can
sorry.
speak through the
Hold on.
process.
Yeah, hold on. Keith, finish that, and then Vanessa, jump in.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, they're only charging like $13.50 or something like that to do the service. And when I was in my class, the lady that they brought up is a veteran realtor. She's in California, and they basically Googled her. They brought her up, and she was a guinea pig. They Googled her, and they just showed her like 50 ways. And she admittedly was like, I've been working on this for 7 years, and I've never been able to accomplish this. So, I mean, it's worth every single penny.
Very cool. Very cool. Vanessa was going to jump in.
I can tell you from personally, because I went through the whole experience. So I've been through the start to the finish, and I can tell you, like, it took my stuff from being somewhere like a 2, somewhere a 4, somewhere a 6. Everything is at a 10 status now, according to how they go in and grade you. And I mean, I can only tell you what it's done for, Ranch, Texas, and, my personal stuff, and where now I'm actually being seen in it. So I would highly recommend it to anybody, because the $1,300 that you pay for it, the time and energy that it takes each of us individually to try to even somewhat do even one of the social medias, it more than pays for itself.
Fun too, like a lot of us have virtual assistants that manage a lot of that, and we're paying more for that than what Real Grader can do all at once, right? So then it can free up your VAs. That's one thing I'm looking at too. It can free up my VAs to do some other things instead of me adding more VAs to tackle different projects. So, and you can have your VA manage it. So yeah, pretty cool thing. What else? Who else had some, Brad, you asked about the open door. That's going to tie into, I'll get more info on that. And what I may do is I might try to get Leo in on one of our huddles, or some of our leaders there. They're all coming off of craziness, but that's going to tie really in with our iBuyers program. I mean, if you guys have seen all the news over the last 6, 8, 9, 12 months, Open Door has, lost their tail on just trying to be a brokerage, trying to do all these other things. And so eXp fits really nicely into that. I'm not sure how it's going to all roll out yet, but I know it's within our iBuyers, our express offers. So they're going to be integrating into our express offers platform. So if you're not express offers certified, you guys can join that group. And if you want to be doing that stuff too, you can join that group in Workplace, and you can get express offers certified.
Quick question. The open door, sorry, I didn't hear that. Did we buy them, or like, what's the deal with that?
No, they're partnering with us. They're going to integrate into our express offers platform. So they're realizing they can't be a brokerage. They're realizing they can't do all these different things. And so they just announced this. I don't know how that's going to roll out yet, but as soon as we have any info, and like I said, I'll probably pull in somebody. I'll pull in somebody to come and talk about it in one of the coming weeks, if that would be helpful for most. I think that gives us a competitive advantage. I mean, it's, again, just a bunch of resources that we all have at our fingertips, no matter what our business model looks like. I saw Maria just jump in here, I think. Where did Maria? Is Maria in here?
I'm here.
Hey, we were just talking about you. Keith just was talking about the military network. He had no idea that, and silly me, I just assumed everybody knew about it, but he had no idea. and he was pretty blown away. I know you're super involved in that. You want to talk about Military Network really quick for those that don't know? Not to put you on the spot or anything.
I am on brushing my teeth.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, brush your teeth and come back to us on that. Oh my God. All right, who else?
I can tell you my biggest takeaway from this was something Gogo said that it still is playing through my mind, and I'm definitely going to integrate it. She said, if you can't automate it, you can't delegate it, eliminate it. And that just really stuck with me a lot, because I've been eliminating a lot of stuff. And I think that it was those two things. If you can't delegate it or automate it, then it's time to eliminate it so that you can get hyper focused in the direction you want to go.
Yeah, I think that's good because we all chase shiny objects. And I think even with all the stuff that we're talking about now that was just rolled out, it's easy to get squirrel, and go here and there and there. And just, I think it's a good time to step back and really look at, okay, what does my business need to look like? What is not serving me, right? What am I not giving my attention to, and get it out of there? I love Brendan Burchard. Did y'all see Brendan? Okay,
Yeah.
so what I loved, no, was it Brendan? No, it was Brendan, but Mike Delpreet.
Right.
Mike was talking about getting back to the basics, right? And we keep talking about that. And what cracked me up, he's like, all right, y'all ready for the steps to get back to the basics? Number one, answer your phone, right? And it was just so elementary, but it's like, yeah, we just need to go back and serve people in the way that we're supposed to serve people, and what our model look, or what our business plan looks like for each and every one of us. But if you guys didn't see the Mike Delpreet, golly, y'all, it was amazing. The stats that he had, you would think that he was an EXP agent. You would think that he has always been an EXP fan. And it was the same presentation that he presented to Inman and Compass, and it just put us as a shining star. So I don't know if you guys saw those stats that he put up there, but I've got photos of
I'm sorry, Elizabeth, I got an email that he sent, or it came through with Inman, which did absolutely have the same slides, 186 slides.
Yeah.
It's within our emails somewhere that he sent it through, the whole 186 slides.
Oh, cool. I didn't see that. If you have that, Jacqueline, post it in this tribe group, especially in this conversation. I'll go in afterwards too. I can help you with that.
Okay.
I'll go in afterwards too, and I'll put the screenshots so you guys can see it, because these are very, very good talking points. When you see what, when you're comparing the different brokerages and the models, eXp is the only one profitable. The only one. And what we're doing as far as operating expenses and things like that. So the Mike Delpreet thing was a huge eye opener for me, because we're doing some really cool things and we keep innovating. Did y'all see ZenList? Okay.
Yeah.
ZenList is freaking cool. So I'll share my screen really quick and give you an overview. I was on the beta for this for a couple weeks. Do y'all know what ZenList is? Nod yes.
On
no.
it, but I don't know how to use it.
Okay, so ZenList is essentially, okay, when we bought Showcase IDX, the intention a long time ago was we were going to buy Showcase IDX and we were going to create our own, lack of a better word, Zillow. Okay, we're going to create our own internal, because eXp is the only company that has access to all the MLSs, and we're one company. So being able to bring that information in house is a lot easier for us than other brokerages, right? So like a Keller Williams can't, because they're all franchised, or a Coldwell Banker. So we bought Showcase IDX years ago to be able to do that. Well, Glenn and the leaders are all like, well, why recreate the wheel? And then we bought Zoocasa in Canada, which essentially does the same thing, but that's in Canada. And so we were going to merge the two and build our own. Well, ZenList is the happy medium of everything involved. So ZenList is essentially, we're going to have that for all of US and Canada right now, not all the countries, but it's all of our eXp listings across the nation. So like if I have a client going to Atlanta, Georgia, for example, I can go into ZenList. I'm like, oh my gosh, all right, this is what you're looking for. Here's what you're doing. This is the agent. These are the agents. These are our listings. These are the agents that I'm going to refer you to, because these are all their listings. We're keeping it all in house. The really cool thing I love about ZenList though, is it's also the off market. So it's all of our off market, because with NAR, you have clear cooperation, and clear cooperation, if you don't understand, it's you within 24 hours of presenting a property or coming soon, you have to have it in the MLS. Okay. The only way around that is if you're internally communicating that to your brokerage. So that's why our groups within Workplace are so powerful. Like if I have a coming soon in Austin, I can start as soon as I have that ready to go. Hey guys, I've got this coming up. If you have any buyers, and it could be, a month out, it can be 6 weeks out, it doesn't matter. But because it's clear cooperation with our own brokerage, that's fine. Because we're one company, we can do that on a national level and an international level. So ZenList is going to have all of our off-market listings as well. So not only on market, but off market. So it's going to give you another huge advantage to your clients, and a huge advantage to agents that are looking at our brokerage, because nobody else has what we do. And especially when you are the number one company, Real Trends shows that we're the number one company in transactions. And we've got 90,000 agents and growing. So ZenList is one of the ones I'm most excited about.
Yeah, and there's two different things on there. I didn't, maybe someone can explain this to me, but I noticed there's the eXp Office exclusives and there's eXp, right? So what's the difference between Office exclusives and the eXp listings?
I haven't seen the differentiates on that one. The Office exclusives might be the off-market ones.
Yeah, that's off market.
Yeah,
Okay.
that might be what they're calling it. I didn't see it differentiated that way, but I was just seeing them all in together.
Yeah.
So it's really cool
Yeah, there's-
because I've got 8 right now that I'm holding that aren't going to go on the market until probably January, February. Will they sell before? Yeah. But I don't want to market that out to anybody else. And so we can market within our company internally. And so we can all keep it in-house. They said 18,000 referrals have been paid on this year alone, just within eXp. And this is going to open up that a lot more.
That's
Pretty cool, right? So that was the other thing. I mean, they had like 9 or 10 things they're rolling out. Leo's been a little bit busy and I'm trying to remember all of them. So what else town sites. Did you guys see town sites? Town sites is super cool. It's utilizing AI where you can go in and they only allow 1 agent per area or per city, if you will. But you can, we're always talking about being the mayor of your community. It's not leads. You've got realty.com, you've got all these lead companies, but you've got town sites where you can be the mayor of your community, where they have ghostwriters and AI that are pulling all this data together, and it's making you look like you wrote it, and it puts it onto all the sites, and it maximizes your exposure. And so you're talking about the community events that are going on this month, and the community outreach that's going on this month, and then you could do videos, but they integrate everything, and it's just per area. So town sites is being rolled up, and it's pretty cool. What else, guys?
How do you do town sites, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Town sites. So I know the CEO on that one. Town sites that one's coming out in probably 45 to 60 days. So we'll have more information on that later on.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like that was totally in my face if I had seen it roll out.
Say that again.
I definitely would have seen that in my face. I was like, wait a minute, this is something new that I haven't heard about yet.
No, it hasn't rolled out. That's what's cool about eXpCon, all these other things and people and connections you get to make.
And that's town sites, SID.
SITES.
Okay, sites.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm putting it in the tribe. I just found.
Yep. Real Grader's really cool. What else? I'm trying to look on my notes. The luxury division, y'all, off the charts. If you guys are on the fence or you haven't been a part of it, it's definitely something to look at. What we're doing with luxury is pretty crazy. We had a luxury mastermind for just those in the luxury division, and Glenn Stearns and Mindy Stearns were a part of that with us. What we're doing with luxury is pretty amazing as far as all the tools and the resources that we have. The marketing materials are amazing. The reach that we have. I've been up against Compass agents, and just because of the basic information I'm taking from our luxury division, I'm beating Compass agents because they don't have the reach. They don't have the access that eXp does, because on the global scale, they don't have the number of agents either. So Jacqueline was in there. Daniel was in there.
I was in there.
Vanessa was in there. Who else was in luxury? I love this. Not everybody's on one screen today, so I can't see.
It's Jen Wilson. I was there.
Jen was in there. Yeah. So what were some of y'all's takeaways with the luxury piece?
Oh, just the marketing materials blew me away. I didn't realize that they had the video books that we could use. Just, and I know it's just stuff, but it really is just kind of a feather in the cap because it is a newer product and you're introducing it to the market. But it's really snazzy. I actually would like to put together in the luxury work chat what the top 3 reasons a seller would want to use us, because there's so many, just the size of our brokerage and the exposure and the reach and the professionalism and the marketing and advertising. I mean, I knew about it, but it's different when you're in a room full of it. And the excitement is there with, virtual environment. But you know what, when you're in the energy of it, you see, oh my God, we have so much going for us at this company, which of course we know, but yeah, it was just awesome. It was a great conference.
I
Well,
like,
and, oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, I liked what Pete and Amy Weaver both said, that because we do have markets that have like 500,000 as their, as some of the, as
Considered luxury.
right, that if we have listings in that price point, we can put them on as well. So just to make it look like it's better. So I think that just the fact that you can put more than just over $1 million for ours, it really does help, especially if you're working multiple markets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one thing that I also got out of that, one of the meetings was on Workplace. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, they have different pods that they do for the luxury brand. The first Wednesday, and somebody can correct me if I took notes incorrectly, because it's highly possible. But the first Wednesday is basically the intro to luxury. The second Wednesday is luxury mastermind. The third Wednesday is a vendor spotlight, and the fourth Wednesday is elevate and luxury, where you can actually use that for agent attraction.
You're right.
You got somebody that's in the agent or in the attraction looking at luxury, they can hop on that Zoom and Workplace as well.
And
Yeah,
what's cool about that is, so there's 11 luxury ambassadors around the globe, and you'll have I'm one of them, but we're not required to be in all of them, but we try to because there's so much value. You'll always have the ambassadors in there as well. And so I think what's really smart is how they have the fourth one, like you said, Daniel, where you can bring agents in. We're not EXPing on people, we're not spewing, and we're literally masterminding. And so then they see the value of the collaboration. So speaking of luxury really quick, by the way, there's a rumor out there. One of the media outlets made a mistake. It is not correct. We have a really strong relationship with Luxury Presence. There is a rumor out there that Compass bought it, and that's not accurate. So when you hear that, you can squash that. I just looked it up. We have over 900 members in the luxury division already. And we just launched this, in the spring. If you were at eXpCon, you could do the fast track to get certified with luxury. All in one, you could get certified for Relo, you could get certified for express offers, you could do everything there. What we're doing is we're extending that to next Friday, the 20th. So if you guys are interested in luxury and you want to get on the fast track to get certified, they extended that till October 20th. So that would be, I think that's a huge opportunity for you guys to look into and consider, if that's something you're interested in. Cool.
I still struggle to find those luxury. I mean, I know one time I was invited to one. I loved it. It was like the Wednesday meetings is. So if anybody has an idea how to get on those Zooms,
It's in Workplace.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, everything's in Workplace. I'll try and tag you on it, Jacqueline, but
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. So, obviously there's just so much.
I know
I'm
Workplace is a fire hose. There's a lot of stuff. And if you guys are in too many groups, get out of the groups you don't need to be in. Just
Okay.
a little pointer, because otherwise you'll just get bombarded. And you can also make shortcuts on the side to see which ones are most important. I turn off notifications for most groups except for a couple, right? So I want to see what that stuff's coming up. So that might be one. Yes, Jeff, it's $2,500 a year for luxury. And that includes 10 at any time, 10 luxury listings. So say you've got 10 and you sell 2, well, now you can put 2 more in there. If you have 15, you can still pay. I think it's, Daniel, do you remember? It's like $250 or something.
No, it's $195.
Oh, $195. You can pay $200 to add more outside of the 10, but most people aren't holding 10 all at once. So, and it gives you all of your online materials. What I love, what my clients love, y'all, is you get a traffic report emailed to you every week, and it will that you can send to your clients, and it'll show you, this week you showed up in the Wall Street Journal this many times. Here's your video in the Wall Street Journal. Here's the clicks you got. Here's how on the Rob report. Our clients are eating this up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they love this kind of data, and we just put everything in there. It's not adding to our plate. We're automatically getting this. I don't ever have it go to my clients automatically. Some people do. I don't, because it's another reason for me to touch them. And hey guys, I just want to let you know what's going on and what have you. So we get that weekly. So Jeff, there's a ton of value in there. Go in there and play with it. I think you definitely, especially with the price points you've been playing in lately, you definitely need to be a part of it.
Thank
And
you.
the referrals alone. Yeah. What else? I'm taking notes.
There was something that I haven't looked into because I have a bunch of notes that I'm still working through, but one of them was the new Matterport called Modwell that they spoke about.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked into it very much, but from what I remember, it seemed like it's going to be a pretty cool tool.
I forgot about that one too. That's why I was trying to find the list of all of them. I don't remember much about Modwell. I know I was added to it somehow, but I haven't looked into it either. Have any of y'all? No.
Remember what it does?
It's basically like a new Matterport, so you can go in. So if you have a list, it's almost like, it seemed to me like it was a combination between Box Brownie and Matterport.
Yeah.
So you can actually create a 3D image, and then you, like, if you had a house that needed new floors or change the wall color or light fixtures or something like that, this AI app will do that for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now. It's modwell.io. And I forgot all about that, but AI was a big focus, if you guys haven't figured that out, but AI was a huge focus at this event, because that's really what we're doing. Did y'all see the AI like Glenn up on the screens and the people up on the screens, and you couldn't tell if that was Glenn? I mean, it was crazy how freaky it was. And what's funny about that is I was standing backstage with Glenn at that point, and we're watching this on the screen, and people are like, oh my gosh, it looks like it's crazy what AI is doing. So there was a lot of focus on that, but Modwell's another one. We'll put all these in the chat, in the tribe chat, just so people can follow up. Maria, are you still brushing your teeth? Maybe. Now she's out to lunch. All right.
I have a whole list. I got all of the different ones. If you want me to put it together.
Yes.
I can do that. Karen, I gotta get this.
Was that Audrey?
Yes. I think that was Vanessa.
Oh, it was Vanessa. Audrey, did you make a list?
No, I missed the first part because.
Oh, okay. I thought that was you talking. Okay.
That was, yeah, that was not me. I got on earlier and then work duty called and I had to get off and come back.
Well, Audrey and Jeannie, like a lot of y'all were, I mean, Megan, all of y'all were first time at eXpCon. What were some of your takeaways?
Oh, well, remember last year I used to be with Century 21 and I went to the conference last year. So I'm comparing the two because, you know, so it's a similar type of event, except for eXp is light years ahead. The movers and the shakers they had up there were so modern and so high tech and so with it. And I can see the attraction that eXp is having globally of all the movers and shakers coming this way. And I did see that it was a wave of the future when I decided to join. And I met so many people that made mistakes by not joining. There was a man, one of the first people that Glenn spoke to, and he was telling me before Glenn even started, he talked to him about it and his idea, what he's doing now. And that he decided at the time not.
Oh, you muted, Audrey.
So
he decided at the time what?
that was the biggest mistake he ever made, was because he didn't join at that time.
You know, I
And
hear
he's
that a
still
lot.
thinking about it.
No, I hear that a lot from
Mhm.
people, and my response is, you know what, timing is everything. And it's not too late. We're just getting started. We only have 89,000 agents globally. I mean, there's 1.6 million in the US alone. There's 1 million in India alone, right?
Mhm.
I mean, we have 1,000 agents in India. So the international opportunity is huge for what we're doing. And you just never
Mhm.
know who knows who. I mean, Terrence Murphy, he's not on here this morning, but he had a relationship in Atlanta, Georgia. Denise Williams had a brokerage
Mhm.
there, and he knew her for years, and she had her own independent brokerage there. She came over, and she happens to be a broker in Dubai. And all of a sudden now they've launched into Dubai. So it's just fun to see, you know, people, I always say comparison kills joy, and looking what other brokerages are doing, to me, that's noise. To me, they're
Mhm.
just trying to catch up to what we're doing. And I love, Audrey, that you were comparing the two, because I know the conversations we've had about Century 21 and kind of the environment you were in. So I'm
Mhm.
sure your mind was just a little bit blown just from the beginning. So
Oh my
Right, I
gosh,
felt-
my mind was
yeah.
totally blown for sure. I mean,
Mhm.
it was like, I think 5,000 agents there and 5,000 agent love fest of just, I keep telling myself, when people ask me now that I'm back home, I'm trying to calm myself down, because I just want to spew out how exciting and exhilarating and the speakers that we had, and what we, you know, there wasn't enough time to learn all the possibilities of everything that you had there. But like, even when we go to a restaurant that had like a long table, like people that we'd never met sat down beside us, and it was like you'd been friends forever. I've never seen anything like that.
well, and Jacqueline and Daniel, for y'all that don't know, they were the #1 luxury team in Austin, Texas with Coldwell Banker. I mean, they were Coldwell Banker 22 years.
Mhm.
So for them to say that and to see such a difference in the collaboration, I mean, Jacqueline, every time I see you, all you say is, oh my gosh, the collaboration at this company
Absolutely.
is so different, right?
Absolutely.
So I love that you shared that and that you experienced that as well.
Mhm. And so now that I'm back, and, you know, we went to that Real Producers Party, I mean, I guess 8 Coldwell Banker agents came up to me and just like, you know, tell me, how was it? I can tell you were so happy, you know, from the photos. And I did finally just, you know, rip the Band-Aid off, and I'm just posting what my life is now, my experience with EXP. I didn't announce or anything. I'm just doing it kind of organically like that. And yeah, they're calling, and they want to know why did y'all, you know, and it, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to calm myself down so I don't sound insane about my excitement, you know. So
Yeah.
working on
I love it.
that.
What
Daniel,
else?
muted.
I have to say the energy level was off the charts. And
Did you go to KW events?
Never to
Okay.
Mega Camp, no.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead. I just wanted to see what your comparison between the two, like the value add, but go ahead.
the value is I'm already going to sign up for next time. And the people that you meet, just the networking, that was amazing. And how everyone is willing to help. And Elizabeth, I mean, besides the fact that you're awesome, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
The dinner you had, and I was sitting with all these people who were icons. And, you know, it's the people you surround yourself with who bring you up. And it was just amazing. And they're so ahead of all the AI, because I think that's the way it's going. And someone said, you know, if you don't get involved with AI, you're going to be left behind. And just all the information. And it was so positive. I mean, even in these times that are, you know, a little unique and difficult, everyone was positive. The energy was amazing. So it was a great opportunity, and I can't wait to see everyone in Miami.
Yeah, so eXpCon 2024 is in Miami, which is closer to for a lot of you guys. Yeah, the dinner was a little bit chaotic. It did, you know, sometimes you have to be agile, and my plan was not to have 4 tables spread out through the restaurant, but you know, you do what you can, and you're just throwing people together and hoping it works.
It was perfect, Elizabeth. It worked out. It was a
Thank you.
wonderful night. Thank you for hosting.
You're welcome. That was fun. That was super fun. Maria had to run, but she put a lot of information in the military network in the chat. And one of the things I love is she said, you do not have to be affiliated with the military to join. We love allies. We are all about collaboration. And so they do a lot of community outreach events, including education on veteran resources, PTSD, mental health. So there's a lot of information in there. So get involved in the military network, get involved in the different groups you're passionate about. But that's the beautiful thing about eXp is we have so many avenues you can go down. Okay, what else?
I'm surprised nobody's commented on the opening laser show.
That's a lot for 8:30 in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. I was like, whew.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
That definitely got you going. It was like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, it was super exciting.
I love Brendan's message, Elizabeth, about living your life with passion. And that I thought that was just awesome, and finding passion in like the simple things and the everyday things and the family things. And I love that. And yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone's got onto the app that he gave us for a year for free. I have, it's pulled up on my screen. Try to use that as another technique of getting my day started right or planning the day before, but it was really easy to join on your app on your phone. That's too little for me to really work on, so I have it pulled up on my desktop. So do y'all remember that he put that QR code?
I didn't get it. Do you have the link?
I've followed it for years.
Can you send the link, Jacqueline? Can you put that in here too? And then what we'll do is we'll post it.
I did find the slides from Pete. Is that his name?
I just found that.
Okay, so
what I'm going to do is after this meeting, because it's recorded in there, I'm going to go put it in the comments. But if you'll give us the link to the QR thing as well, I'll post that.
Let me get that real quick.
I think there was some super value add that you get after the event, walking away from that kind of stuff. So
I'm going to jump on real quick and just kind of do that comparison, because I did go to Mega
Pam.
Camp. Hey there.
Pam was at KW. What were you there? 22 years? 20 years.
About that. No, it's 20 plus. I just don't remember. I mean, I'm still saying, I'm jumping up in age to 65. So it's like, but I never know
Pam,
numbers.
That's okay. Y'all just joined us how long ago?
Oh, 4 months.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, about 4 months ago.
Brad Feynman and his whole crew over there in the corner, they're all Atlanta. Brad was my team leader at KW and he was there for probably as long as you. But anyway, so I want
Brad, so the difference for me at this event, I was, I think, just blown away again, just by the energy, by the love. Someone said about a love fest or something like that. It's so different, because I did go to Mega Camp. I went to several Mega Camps. I went to several family reunions, and the energy is so different. The communication, it's not pieced together, little pieces here, little pieces there. It's just you're talking to people, you're interacting with people. So I am fighting everything I have not to EXP on people, because I'm on the plane to eXpCon and I'm talking to this man and I'm just telling him everything about it. And then I'm on the way back, and then this young man, I'm sitting by a young man who's a realtor, and he's got some luxury properties. He's not with EXP. So I'm just kind of like, okay, Pam, don't EXP him. But then I did. I'm trying, because I just want to share all this information with, anyone who will listen, because when you find something great, you want to share it. So there was a lot of ahas for me. One of them is to get out of my comfort zone. ChatGPT, I downloaded it for the first time while I was there, utilized it. It was great. And then YouTube, is he here, Ryan Gomillion? Did such a great job, and just kind of leveling things out and letting us know it's okay. Step in incrementally. You can do it. And he's always a resource there for help. So I appreciate that. So many great takeaways, and just happy to be on board. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Brian. And by the way, Vanessa, I actually Googled her because I went to Real Grader, and this is part of me stepping outside of my comfort zone. Did get into it, and I Googled Vanessa because I saw that she was one of the people that was there. And when I Googled her, I saw her presence on the web. And so I was like, okay, this is great. So this is something I do want to do.
Cool. Very, very cool. The chat GPT thing, y'all, if you don't know, eXp has we have our own internal chat GPT, if you will, called Luna, Luna. So just like you're going into Workplace, if you just click in Luna, you can ask Luna any question and it brings you back all this other stuff. So that's another resource that you have. Again, it's not that you have to use one over the other. It's just nice to have multiple options. The other thing, I know we're almost out of time too. One other thing I want to bring up is they're not doing shareholders. As of now, they're not doing shareholders. I think there's been a rebellion on that. A lot of people want shareholders to be back. So right now they're going to do the regional rallies. Regional rallies are November 1st through the 10th. They've got like 50 cities around the nation that are all doing regional rallies those days. So different icons are coming in from around the country to speak at different events. It's all about recognition. It's all about just pouring into each other. So I'm going to put that chat in there too, so you guys can see which one's closest to you, or if you guys want to travel. I know a couple of us are going to be around the country speaking. I know Keith Dublé and sorry, and I think Vanessa Nunez are both in the Long Island one. They have some in San Antonio. I don't know who speak. Oh, Michael Valdez. I swallowed wrong or something. I'm dying. Michael Valdez and Tony King are going to be in San Antonio.
Vanessa is coming to New York.
Long Island, yeah. Vanessa and Keith are going to be in Long Island. Michael Valdez, other leadership is going everywhere else. Jason Guessing will be in Philadelphia. I'll be in Detroit. They have me speaking Detroit, Philadelphia, and Toronto. So I know there's some in Florida and Atlanta and Georgia and things like that. So I'll post those in there. So if you guys can get around to some of those, I think it'd be really, really great, because they're making them a lot more accessible and not so massive like eXpCon. I think tickets are like $39, right? So, and I think you can bring one guest. Don't quote me on that, but I'll make sure you guys have that information as well.
Vanessa, excuse me, Elizabeth, I was just going to say, if I could, one of the things that I think it was who's the gentleman who did all the data on the main
Mike Delpreet.
Yeah, one of the things Mike said was, it's a season of transition, and if you're not working 5 times harder than the other guy, someone's going to take your business. And it's one of the reasons why I was so. I promise they didn't pay me. But one of the reasons why I was so attracted to the Real Grader is because, our presence online is so critical. And even if you're not like a massive YouTuber, for me, it's huge, because that's what I'm speaking on in New York YouTube. And that's what, it's like, but even if you don't do that, just having a presence online is so critical. If we're not having a quality, clean presence online, when people Google us, because everybody's Googling you. I think that they said Mike Delpreet said that this is the first time that they've done a recording with data, that we've actually seen people choose their agent because of what they found when they Googled him. And it surpassed the personal referral by like 6 times or something like that. So there were 6 times more people going, even if you had like a friend or a family member give you a referral, they were still going based on what they found when they Googled that person. So it's just such a critical time now. And so it's like, we all have to just be doubling down. And that's why I'm so excited about eXp, this community, this collaboration, this group, this encouragement. And of course, Elizabeth, thank you for all your leadership. The award was not even close to what you deserve for all of your contribution to all of our businesses. And we're just so fortunate to be here with you. But yeah, we're all definitely here in this together. And it's just such a scary time for eXp agents. It's such an exciting time. And if anybody has any questions about YouTube, of course, they can hit me up.
Keith, you're amazing. I just love being in business with my people, like Keith and I met when he came to KW with me as a brand new little agent years and years and years ago. And then he went to another place, saw the error of his ways and came back to eXp. But anyway, no, I just love you. This is family to me. You guys are all family. This is not me. This is not one person. This is all of us collectively. So I think Christy had asked where to find the conference information. I believe it's all, if it's not yet, it will be. I believe it's all on the eXp YouTube channel. So you can go in there and watch different portions there. I know we're kind of at the end. Anybody want to add any last minute things or anything we can do to support you in something you have going on? This is your chance to speak up.
I have one thing to kind of add. They didn't speak on anything, but I spoke to the people at homes.com They basically the last month surpassed Zillow on online views. And they're owned by CoStar, which is also part of HomeSnap. So if you have a HomeSnap account, you're actually on homes.com now. But you might want to go in and double check your profile on homes.com or set up your profile, because they are getting ready to roll out about $4 billion worth of advertising over the next 2 years to promote their home search portal. The great thing about homes.com, it's your listing, it's your lead. They don't charge you for anything. So when somebody finds a house that they like, you actually show up on the listing, not a paid Zillow person. So
That's awesome. That's a good one to bring up. And like I said, I'm going to add all these and you guys can add on top of them when I have the list. But the other thing that they rolled out with a whole bunch of new content, y'all, is eXp Marketing Center. Go to the eXp Marketing Center, go see the new marketing that we have access to. Like, that's part of what we get with our $85 a month anyways, all this access that a lot of people I don't think realizes there. And then you can personalize it to whatever your business looks like. So
yeah, new listing presentation boxes for eXp marketing look phenomenal.
yeah, the listing boxes are pretty cool, y'all. So basically what it is you can pay for a listing box for any of your listings, and I believe they're like $99. And it has all your flyers, it has all your QR codes, it has your sign writers with the QR codes, it's all AI and digital integration. Business card, it's got everything for that property. So the listing boxes are pretty cool that they just rolled out. So the eXp Marketing Center has a ton of value there. Instead of recreating the wheel, we don't need to go out there and recreate different documents every single time. It's just a click of a button.
I just wanted to mention, I came in a few minutes late, so you may have mentioned it, but with everything going on in Israel, it would be great for you guys to reach out to your Jewish clientele and let them know that you're thinking about them. They're calling today for a day of jihad against the Jews worldwide. So there's a lot of anxiety. So reach out to your clients, let them know you're thinking about them. It would really be appreciated.
Yeah, scary times in our world right now. So we just need to love on people.
Yep.
We need to love on our people and let them know that, we're all humans. It's humanity. It's a relationship business for sure.
So if y'all don't know what the box is like, this is what we used with Coldwell Banker. So I'm so excited that eXp has it now. We're still paper people. We still do flyers outside the house, inside the house. When you walk in, you have a big, box with this presentation, and you start taking out what the marketing materials that you use and setting them out on the table, and your data that you have and the listing book. It really does set you apart from other agents. People just eat it up. They feel like they're getting a real presentation.
And they have them both for now for luxury and for non-luxury.
Yeah, the luxury ones are black and they're pretty sleek. So,
yeah.
Okay, I have to jump off. Oh, go ahead.
Can I just a quick question on the regional rallies. So you said, can like a non-eXp agent join? Imagine like for the first time ever, I'm having an eXp official event in town, and I might want to bring 5 agents with me. Can that happen?
I think the rule, let me double check on that. I think it's only one guest, because it's really focused on the eXp and celebrating the successes there. But let me confirm on that, because they could have changed it. So
Elizabeth, my understanding is that you were only allowed to register yourself until the early bird expired. And then after that, I believe you can add additional agents. And I think it may be a limit of maybe 3 to 5.
Okay, so see, that could have changed. So we'll get clarification on that, and we'll send a note out to everybody on the tribe.
Thank you.
Okay, I have to run because I have to be somewhere, but I'm going to let this end a few minutes early if everybody's okay with that. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for plugging in. Thank you for being here. I think we have a guest next Friday. If there's other topics and people that you want, I'll pull them all in. If it's leadership, anybody, because I want you guys to get some different exposure as well. So reach out to any of us in the group. This is what we're here for, and you guys are amazing. Make it a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.